Welcome to the Hellmouth. Hope everybody's 5x5. This is Major Slayage, Ket and Arik. Rewatch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My name is Arik, and I like beer.
I liked beer. Still like beer. We drank beer.
Me, Ketrin. Beer good.
We are here to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 4, Episode 5. Beer bad. What'd you think of this one?
I already said it. Beer good.
Yeah, I'm opposed in my very soul to the message of this episode. This episode routinely ranks among the worst episodes of the series ever. I don't think it's as bad as
Inca Mummy Girl.
Inca Mummy Girl, Nightmares,
Yeah.
Go Fish.
Yeah.
It's probably similar to Go Fish,
I
honestly.
don't hate Go Fish as much as you do.
Oh, it's...
Because all those...
You like all the shirtless boys in their little swim trunks and all that shit?
Good.
But this is not a particularly good episode. I think
no.
it's got the patina of like a very special message episode about underage college drinking. Don't put that there. Put that on your other table. It's going to spill all over our gear. It's also got like just horrible acting, kind of a half-baked premise. It doesn't really go anywhere. Also, the bad guy doesn't get any kind of comeuppance. We never get the I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you damn kids. Like they just... We know who did it, and nothing happens to him.
He just continues. Well, no, it wasn't even... I was about to say, well, his entire pub did burn down. It didn't.
That was the cafe.
Yeah, it was the cafe. It was a grotto.
Yeah,
so he's still conducting business as usual.
But I wonder, if Xander telling off his boss, if he still has a job. I forget how long this bartender Xander premise runs.
Yeah, regardless, I doubt that Jack, the owner, would want him working there, seeing as he was like, hey, I've been poisoning the beer and I told you about it.
Unless Xander comes back and is like, hey, you know what? You do you. I need to pay my parents' rent.
You do you.
I don't even have I'll look the other way. Did you bring a spell this week?
No, I'm too hot.
Yeah, it's very hot here. We've got some system of fans set up blowing in from out in the pub. Hopefully they're quiet enough that you don't hear them. But if you do, nothing to be done. It's boiling in here.
I'm so hot. I'm going to sweat 300 times more than Arik is.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to break a sweat, but I'm still feeling warm.
I am going to have a preponderance of upper lip sweat. I have these sunglasses on because I know that the eye makeup that I put on will eventually end up underneath my eyeballs. And I'm so hot and I'm so cranky, and beer good.
Normally we hold the business to the end, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way now. Please give this video a little like. Hit that thumbs up button, click the little subscribe button, and hit that little notification bell. Anything you do to interact with this video just tells YouTube, hey, I dig this. And they go, hey, people dig this. And then they'll push it out to more people. Also, if you've got $5 burning a hole in your pocket and you want to support us, we do have a Patreon where we do a watch along of every episode. We just got done recording the watch along for this. We talk over the whole thing. And then we also do a mini-sode called Trivia Crypt, where we do a baby deep dive into every episode, behind the scenes fun facts, production secrets, old promos, cast interviews, things that you guys point out to us. We share them over there. We play a little game every week called Around the World, where we look at what the episode was called when it aired in other countries. Yeah,
find out with this one.
This one's going to be fun.
Because sometimes they're like, there's not really any room for anything else. But this one, I'm very excited.
There's going to be
Don't let me down, world.
Other languages open to interpretation. It's going to be fun. But yeah, that's all for $5. Also, for an additional one-time $5 purchase, Ketrin will do a tarot read for you. She lets you ask whatever questions you want guidance on. She'll let you pick the deck and the spread, and she records a whole video doing your personalized pull and reads it to you and sends you the video, and you have it forever. It's only $5. So yeah, that's how you can get involved. Speaking of getting involved, let's get involved in this episode. Take it away.
Okay, we start in the cemetery with Buffy kicking absolute ass.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen her like beat up a bunch of vamps in a cemetery. This is very fun and exciting.
Very proficient. It sounded like she was dancing to Firestarter.
She was dancing?
It sounds like she was dancing to Firestarter.
Yeah, it was definitely some aggressive like house dance music.
I guess it couldn't have been that, right? It was just something meant to sound like that.
It could have been. I don't think it was.
Okay.
But I think that there was like a feel-alike.
Yeah, feel alike.
That's what they call it.
So we see that the damsel in distress is none other.
Your brain is cooked. Back to one, everybody. Let's take it again this time. Have fun with it.
Damsel in distress is none other than Parker Abrams.
Good old Parky.
turd Ferguson. And then he's like, oh, Buffy really saved me, you know, whatever. And we see that she's daydreaming, and that's not really happening. That's just what she's imagining is happening. What's actually happening is that he's sitting 2 rows in front of her, canoodling with some chick in psych class. And I would like to say, okay, Professor Walsh doesn't strike me as the prof that would suffer such nonsense in her class.
Would let you whisper sweet nothings into another
then, like,
student's face while she's giving a lecture.
Like, that's silly. What Professor Walsh is talking about is the id, the super ego, and the ego. And the id can't grow. The id just wants what it wants. The super ego, this is for all the people that don't know what she was talking about, but Arik just shamed you for it. The super ego is like the good angel on your shoulder, and the ego is, in layman's terms, the balance of both. It's going to come into play thematically later.
Kind of. This whole episode felt like a first draft to me.
Yeah.
And was also a little bit like, hey, what monster haven't we done yet? What about cavemen? Well, is that a monster?
No.
Well, I don't know. Good enough. We
did hyenas.
We gotta do something.
So she just goes back to her daydream.
This time she's up the stakes because Parker's holding Haagen-Dazs flowers as
and
his shirt's
open.
Unbuttoned. A very angel kind of presentation, really, with the shirt open.
Yeah, with the shirt open.
Buffy loves a button-averse man.
She does. Xander finds Billow on the quad, and he's very excited because he's like holding out a lighter, and he's like, rough day. He's definitely like playing some sort of character that nobody else is aware of what's happening.
He's trying to light her bangs on fire.
He's in a play that nobody else is in.
Right.
Turns out he's going to be the new bartender at the pub on campus, and he's got a fake ID, and Willow
he's carrying around a bar rag too, like he's fully committed to the bit.
Willow says, I don't think this is on the up and up, upon seeing his fake ID. She has almost my favorite line where he says, what gives it away? And she's
looking at it.
It's pretty good.
They are not going to be at Xander's first night at the pub. What should we call the pub? We know it's a Welsh pub.
Yeah, this pub has a Welsh flag. Our pub,
and also
right out there, has a Welsh flag.
The decor.
It felt very much like the pubs we go to in Wrexham, for sure.
You don't have to come by the end of the episode. You have to tell us what this pub is called. But it would be better if you got it sooner rather than later. We don't want to wait till the end of the episode.
Or do we just want to tease people and let them
just come up with a fucking name? I'm so hot. Okay. So,
well, it's gonna be a black animal of some kind because our 2 favorite pubs in Rostocklin are the Black Lion and the Old Black Horse.
That's true. And we have Crowbar.
And we have ours is called the Crowbar.
Yeah. Why can't Buffy be there? I guess Buffy doesn't say she can't be there, but Willow can't be there because she has a date with Oz at the Bronze. Buffy is doing the bubble thing, which
I've never heard of this. This sounded crazy to me.
I don't know that I have ever heard it described as like keeping the girl you like in a bubble, but yeah, there is that justification that you do if you find yourself having feelings for a playboy where you're like, well, you know, he has me on a pedestal, and he's just, you know, he has intimacy issues, but he just has me in wrapping until he's really ready to like be in love. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing.
Well, it's fully delusional though, because he's not thought about her once since he busted a nut inside her,
and it always
went to get coffee.
And it always is, and there's always the Willow who's like, girl, come on, we're all in on this game. We've all played every role in this game, and we all know this isn't.
I don't know that Willow has had exactly 2 boyfriends. One of them was an internet demon, and then her current healthy, stable relationship, wink.
But she did probably do a lot. She probably did it before anybody with Xander.
The pining and the self. Yeah, that's true. The delusion and the
she bubbled
self-deception.
Herself hard. She's the
bubble queen.
She's the Baroness of Bubbles. Cut to Xander, his first night of bartending, and it's chaos. Everyone's mad. Buffy comes in to support him, but Parker is everywhere, making out with yet another girl. I mean, this isn't the girl from...
It might be the girl from class. I actually have to go back and look.
Yeah,
Let's put the footage up here and see. This extra had no lines. Awesome kisser. I hope she got more kissing work after this.
She was a great kisser. To further our argument that if you don't hang out with Buffy a lot, she's fucking weird and awkward. She runs
hockey checks Riley.
Yeah.
Spills a drink
and
on
like
him.
From Riley's perspective, like she's just this fucking kind of says weird stuff, slacker, like doesn't show up to class, who got, you know, taken in by like the most obvious playboy on campus, and then she also like bumps into you constantly or like drops books on your head. Riley kind of sets her straight on Parker, because she luckily does say, like, I'm pining after Parker. I mean, she doesn't say those exact words, but like, I'm pining after Parker and he's with another girl.
Well, I got from this conversation, I got that Riley is not hip to the fact that they hooked up. I think he's just talking shit about Parker's, because he's kind of crass about it. He's like,
Parker and his latest conquest. You know, that boy should have his attention span checked.
He's kind of a girl chaser, huh?
Sets him up and knocks him down.
I don't think he would talk about it that way if he'd known
interesting.
Buffy was one of the girls that had been set up and knocked down.
Okay,
So
interesting.
I think he was just going, oh yeah, here's the dirt on this guy, and
Yeah.
she's like, oh neat, thanks for the info.
Okay. All right,
that
that's
make
fair.
sense?
Yeah. But Riley is just invisible to her, and it's like he's already displaying so many qualities, especially in college, where like the chances of you encountering an even mildly intelligent, emotionally intelligent man on a college campus is rare, and like Riley is just like,
Well, he does this thing where he's sort of casting judgment on Parker's MO with women, and he starts to say, my father always used to say, if you're a real gentleman, and then he realizes Buffy's not paying attention, so he stops. So it's direct contrast to Parker, who uses the memory of his dead dad to get
sorry.
to get women into bed. He's got a genuine like
You're
memory
so
of his dad,
right.
but the moment he realizes she's not listening, he kind of just like, you don't actually care
Oh my
about
god,
this.
the double dad vibes.
Yeah.
Wow, nice catch. Xander is trying to serve booze, and like it's kind of calmed down a little bit, so he has a chance to like have a one-to-one interaction with a sorority sister
whose bangs you did not like.
Oh man, I mean, her sorority sisters did her dirty, like, because the thing is like every woman knows that you have to get permission from your circle of girlfriends if you ever are going to cut bangs, and like sometimes you defy them, but like
There's at least a conversation.
There's at least a conversation, and either she has terrible friends, she didn't consult her friends, or she did consult her friends and did it anyway.
I would have bought this haircut if she said, hey, I just pledged this sorority and one of my hazing rituals was to get this haircut. But she seems to be in charge of it. She's the one making the pins, and she's the one like deciding who gets to join. So they're out celebrating. And
here's the thing. Well, I'm not done with the bangs yet. So here's the problem with these bangs is like, they are not my style, period, moving on. But I can objectively say that there are certain faces and certain women who have had those bangs, and I go, oh, I see what you're doing there. I see what you were intending, and you have been successful at it. You know, I still don't like it. It's not my thing, but I get it. This poor girl just like saw some other girl.
This was a mismatch of face and hairdo.
And said, I can do that. And her friends needed to be the ones who said,
you think,
no, you can't.
You think this was a costuming department choice, or do you think this actress
no, that's
showed
her
up
haircut.
Like this?
Yeah, she showed up like that for sure.
So then we get to see a scene from Good Will Hunting.
Yes, where a smart guy walks up.
Definitely giving me like right-wing influencer vibes.
Yes.
Like I couldn't place specifically who he reminds me of. He's got a little bit of Ben Shapiro, a little bit of Tim Pool.
Yeah.
Like he's of that ilk, and he's very impressed with himself. His word a day calendar is getting a workout.
That's what you said too. Like, and that's so what it is, where it's like a guy who learns a new concept or a new word and then internalizes it to the point of like spewing it to anyone who will listen. And if you are a person that doesn't know what he's talking about or hasn't heard that, it's not about teaching you or bringing you in on it. It's an opportunity to make you feel like a fucking idiot.
This guy is the living embodiment of a joke I heard recently, which was, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll turn around and explain fishing to you like he fucking invented it.
Why do you have to spew truths at me that I'm not prepared to? So poor Xander gets made to feel bad because he, you know, socioeconomically hasn't been afforded the privileges of book learning.
Yeah,
beyond
he's
high
in
school.
no position to solve the problem on the blackboard or to ask anyone how they like the apples.
Yeah, and he's and fucking Dorkfinger says we are the. That was
we're
right.
actually not drunk. Like we're sipping on a beer, but I think we're just heat drunk. Maybe
I'm really hot. I'm really hot. You can go back and listen to like any KK Sam episode. We joke about this. We're like certain times we like halfway through. We're recording at our bras because it's only from here up. Those are
join
always,
the Patreons. You can watch the video version of their episodes.
but these are always the most unhinged, unwell episodes. So we're just getting a little bit of that. So he even says, "We're the future of this country, and you keep the peanut bowls full. We're who these girls want." I can assure you, sir, you're not. Honestly, you're going to see, the thing is with this guy, he's going to marry a girl who thinks that that's what she wants. That's what she's been told she wants. She hits about 30, 35.
She's banging a pool boy.
Yeah. Get you
His
that
friends
pool.
didn't seem so bad. I didn't like the group dynamic.
The group dynamic sucked, but there was
the
one.
boys are cute and kind of harmless and fun. And
there was the one brunette who was sort of like
the one, the second guy she runs into. That night.
Yeah. He was all right. He was all right.
And then we get a little Cal Penn showing up in this episode. Harold and or Kumar.
Yep. Xander tries to retrieve a bit of his dignity after this by going, you know what? You may put me down intellectually, but I'm the one who serves a beer. Show me your ID. I know you don't have one. And then Jack, the fucking bar owner, walks up and goes serving them a beer. So completely undercuts Xander.
But Xander does get the ultimate revenge because he hands them only like an 80% full pitcher.
Those guys would have fully Karen'd out on him for that 80% full pitcher.
Do you remember the time we were in, what's the place called in Chester, England?
The Pied Bull?
Pied Bull.
Yeah.
And the place was slammed. I think we were there with your parents and we were in line and it was packed forever, but we loved this bar. So we wanted to go there and have dinner. And so we're in line forever and we get up there and we're next. And the guys in front of us ordered Guinness, but the bar is so packed that they had to serve Guinness in like goblets. They didn't have any more Guinness glasses. And these guys pitched a fit and insisted that they go wash some Guinness glasses, you know, these kind of shaped glasses, and reserve them their drinks. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been in line for 10 minutes.
Can you fucking believe it?
These guys
would
have
done.
Would have been those guys.
100%. Yeah. Am I making up the part where the bartenders then gave us those guys' beers in goblets? I'm pretty sure that happened.
They might have, rather than dump them in a new thing. I think they just, because we ordered 4 Guinness and they just gave us the goblet Guinness. And you know what? It tasted the same. It was fine.
Yeah. Also, like Guinness in a goblet, it writes itself.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah. All right. What are we talking about?
Who knows?
Okay. So Xander is now trying to comfort Buffy. He sees Buffy at the bar. It's kind of quieted down. So he sees Buffy at the bar. He's trying to comfort her about Parker because Parker is behind them making out with some possibly new chick, possibly psych chick. We don't know. This is where Buffy calls herself a slut and an idiot. And I was like, girl, you're not a slut.
You're a little bit of an idiot, but it's okay. But you're not a slut.
Not at all.
You've
also, sluts don't exist.
You've had sex twice with 2 men. That is not a slut.
Sluts don't exist until we start calling dudes with a fucking 400 chick roster sluts.
I think the children refer to that as a body count.
There we go. She then bumps into yet another dude. I'm like, are you the Slayer or not? You have the fucking spatial awareness of a baby giraffe. This is when it's like the one dude we met at the bar and then his like kind of cool friend that comes up and then his 2 silent partners. I don't know. And they're like, come drink with us. And Buffy, I get this.
Yeah, she wants some attention and some free drinks. And why not? Yeah, I'll be the center of attention for a little bit. That'll help my bruised ego.
Yeah, totally. I totally get it.
While I feel like the Ben Shapiro guy is obnoxious, I didn't find him dangerous.
No, he's just an absolute piece of shit.
He might be a little pushy and he's full of himself. And Buffy even calls it out that they love to hear themselves talk.
Yeah.
But I didn't get like...
You in danger, girl.
And like you pointed out, she's also at Xander's bar. Xander's there.
Yes, exactly.
So this is a pretty low stakes way to get a little ego boost.
He's
and
still a
get some male
gigantic
attention.
asshole. Like
oh
the
yeah,
way he
he's
treats
a
Xander, so.
douchebag, but I wasn't worried for her
Yeah,
safety.
that makes sense. Now we go to the Bronx. I don't want to talk about this scene. Can
Okay,
you
I'll
just do it?
Yeah. So Willow and Oz find a table. Oz is impressed that she was able to get a table on such a crowded night, and she says that she had to kill a guy to get the table. And he goes, "Well, it's a good table," which may be in the running for my favorite line of the episode. And then they're just kind of doing their thing, and then the music starts, and the band on stage, who we later learn is called Shy, features a girl that Oz has seen around campus. Ketrin hates this girl. I don't mind her.
Shut up.
Based on what we've seen so far. Now, obviously,
Shut up. Also, Veruca, is that on your birth certificate?
so she's a singer of a band. She's doing a thing. Wasn't a fan of her high water pants, which you said are just a tragedy of the era, and I
Yeah.
shouldn't hold that against her. But I'm gonna
And I'm looking for things to hold against her.
right. And then her lipstick is a little annoying.
Yeah.
You think she doesn't lip sync very well? That her singing
No, she
just looks like a
lip-syncs
fish
like a Muppet.
eating food.
Blah, 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 blah. And like she's kind of pitchy,
There was some pitchy problems in there. I don't know.
which is crazy because like it's clearly not even her singing. And like I'm like, oh my god, like you're lip syncing to like someone who's pitchy. Like you're such a dork. Like she's so lame. And she's just like, look at me. She's so playing like she's playing at sensual and sexual as opposed to she's playing sensual and sexual the way that Buffy plays drunk.
Okay, I think
Where
that's
it's
fair.
just like very
it's clearly
surface
put
level.
on its surface level. Yeah,
It's very cartoon. It's very showy. It's just like this is what sexual, sensual people
I will say
do.
this, she doesn't bug me nearly as much as she bugs you, but we've had some singers show up in the Bronze that command the room and are riveting, and the camera loves them, and she doesn't seem to have that it factor.
No, and I know for a fact that her name is Ashley. Like for sure. Just whatever. So now we cut back to
Well, Oz is not his name either. His name is Daniel.
his name is Osmond Cobblepot. Right? So now we go back to the Welsh pub, which Eric has yet to name. And Buffy is chugging beer at the pub. And I
Okay, I've
said,
got it.
what is it?
The Black Hare. Hare.
Did it. Buffy is chugging beer. And I said at this moment, I was like, in terms of like the alcohol personality wise that I can see Buffy being into, beer makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think she'll be a bear girl for sure.
Because she does have like a masculinity about her.
Mhm.
And like, I feel like she would want like volume and thirst quenching
Yeah.
and stamina
Yeah,
and
she's-
keg
she-
stands.
Yeah,
you know?
she doesn't want a drink like I would choose on vacation, which has got all kind of toys hanging out of it. You know, colors not found in nature.
Toys hanging
It's
out
just
of it.
umbrellas and you know, twisty straws.
I
and
love a Bloody Mary with toys hanging out of it. And those
Right.
toys are olives and
a slice of bacon. Back in the day, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, probably not so much anymore.
I'll have some fake bacon.
But this doesn't look like her first beer because she doesn't like screw up her face like, oh, this tastes so weird, but I guess I want to drink it to be cool. She just drinks the beer
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
person drinks beer.
And they're having intellectual discussions about beer and it was insufferable. But this is where that one guy that we like kind of liked
Mhm.
like showed that he's like kind of cool where like he could like I feel like if he was like adopted he could be a Scooby. Like he actually is like, hey, quick, like ask her something about herself, like we're
Right.
boring. Which I appreciated. So next morning Willow comes in hating on Ashley Veruca.
Sounds like relaying a conversation that actually went down. Like Oz approached them after the show.
Yeah.
And was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm in a band too. And they're like, oh yeah, you're Oz. I know your band and I know your band.
Yeah. it was
She's
real
feeling
dumb.
very left out. She can't connect on that level.
Right. Buffy is very hungover watching a music video of something that we know they were attempting to feature. Like, you don't do like close-ups of whatever is on TV unless you want us to like.
But the song wasn't
Get a-
really like front and center. So it could have been something that was popular at the time that they put on to kind of mock as like
Yeah.
not the kind of thing Buffy would normally watch.
But
And she
also-
wasn't hungover.
And this is no tea, no shade. You're pretty deaf. Like,
Oh,
I
you
think
think
it
it
was
was-
a little bit louder than
We
you
also,
think
when
it
we do the
was.
watch along, we had the volume way down so we can hear each other. We mostly read the caption. So I could have been more prominently featured than I realized.
Nothing. So,
Buffy's hangover acting is right up there with her drunk acting.
Yeah.
I should say Sarah's that Buffy's not acting hungover.
Yeah.
Buffy is hungover. Sarah is acting hungover.
here's what I appreciated. So there's a miscommunication where when Willow sees that Buffy is bummed out, she assumes it's because she like slept with Parker again and he was an asshole or something like that, or that at the very least it's about Parker.
You didn't? Not with Parker again? No. With 4 really smart guys. 4? Oh. Oh.
This kind of sitcom mix-up generally is my kryptonite. It makes me want to just roll my eyes so hard I pull a muscle. It was sublime. This was flawless. This played out perfectly. And in fact, this I think is my best line of the episode.
So
here.
Now here's what I appreciated. The joke is that Willow thinks that Buffy had sex with 4 separate dudes.
4 nerds run a train on
in one night. But you know what she doesn't do? She doesn't judge. She says, that sounds a little painful, but is there anything that I can do for you? Like, are you okay? Like,
you need some frozen peas to put on that thing.
Yeah, but there was no like, ew, gross. Why did you like? It was just kind of like, you're clearly going through it. You know, it was lovely.
Like they were going through you.
You.
But Buffy is just really into beer.
Yeah, we drank beer, and I said sometimes probably had too many beers.
In class, Buffy is being hella weird. Like, Professor Walsh is like, so the reading last night, blah, blah, blah. And Buffy gives us one of these. Professor Walsh calls on her because a question hasn't been asked. She says, Willow did the reading. And everyone's like, cool, great. So she's
not sure what
like,
that beat was trying to communicate.
That she's stupid. Like she's losing. She's
already converting to
like she's losing what's happening.
Clan of the Cave Bear.
Exactly. Like she can't follow what's happening, and then she hears like one little thing that she has a relevant thought related to, and she says it. That's what that is. And then this girl is eating a sandwich, and like,
what's this?
Did it look like the best sandwich ever? No, but like it looks like a serviceable sandwich.
My bar. I mean, if the ingredients are things that I like, a sandwich doesn't have to reinvent the wheel to be awesome.
It looks like a well-made dorm room,
like turkey and lettuce sandwich.
Yeah, some mayonnaise in there, probably some mustard on the other side.
There, but
Swiss. Yeah, it looked like a serviceable sandwich.
That was my favorite thing about college, by the way, is you could just fucking eat in the middle of class.
I couldn't.
I loved it.
In my theater classes, I wasn't allowed to.
Oh no.
So Buffy grabs it, and I was kind of like, hold your sandwich tighter if you don't want someone to grab it, because
that
delicious.
Scene should have ended with that woman standing up and backhanding Buffy.
Yeah.
Like that should have been some world star hip hop shit, because what the hell?
I've taken a sandwich out of your hand before.
You are the one human who was allowed to snatch a sandwich out of my hand.
Did you hear that? He said aloud.
Well,
and
you're not allowed.
It's permanently on the internet.
You're the only person.
Said aloud.
You're the
only. Said aloud.
You're the only person who won't get jacked up for trying to steal my sandwich.
You said aloud.
You are the one human who was allowed to snatch a sandwich out of my hand.
You said aloud.
Aloud.
You heard it. It's chiseled into the stone of the internet.
Marital grievance.
So
I can't believe Maggie stands for any of this. We got kids snogging in the third row. We got sandwich theft happening in broad daylight. It's not even like the lights are out and we're watching a film strip and it happens. She just like,
yeah,
I don't know what the hell.
So now we see it.
Get your class in order. Work on some classroom management.
This is
Professor
where we
Walsh.
learn that Professor Walsh is into the power, but not consistent in her policy. It's about asserting power, not about.
But it would seem like this would be a perfect invitation to assert some power.
But if it doesn't live in you, if your morals and your guidestones don't live within you, then you can like miss things because it's not really about that. It's about your ego.
The girl that you wanted to kick out anyway, steal someone's sandwich in broad daylight. I feel like a real egomaniac teacher would be like, "You fuck
Get
out of here."
Yeah. We learn the reason that Buffy's being dumb because we then see a bunch of beakers and Bunsen burners and all that kind of stuff, and it's making a little drip, drip, drip into a barrel of Black Forest. So many bees. Buffy is back with her drinking buddies at the pub, and they're all like very dumb now. And Xander is distracted because, he's like, Buffy looks weird. She's hanging out with these fucking piece of shit college. He's probably hurt too. And then I just wrote, oh boy, people being asked to play drunk and dumb. Yikes. Yeah, and I don't blame these actors. I really don't.
No, I mean I do because they could do it better. But
no, what were we watching last night where I was like, wow, this is impossible. Please think about how
Vampire Lestat.
Because he's so good at it.
Oh, but I thought we were supposed to keep that a secret and not tell Kim that you're watching it already.
She doesn't watch this.
She's gonna be on next week, but
she doesn't fucking watch this. So she's already mad at me for watching other shit that I was supposed to watch for a KK Sam. No, don't tell her. that we're watching it, but we're
Well,
watching
there's
it.
like a bunch of Sammys watch this show. Guys, shut the fuck up.
Don't tell her. All right.
Don't be the spoiler king.
That job is taken.
So,
But yeah.
so what I was saying last
Sam
night about,
Reed.
yeah. So Sam Reed, I am flabbergasted at him for so many reasons, but one of them is that like he had to play a scene where he was like on drugs, which is very difficult. Also just like in a heightened situation, an emotional situation. You're not going to film things in order necessarily. You don't know when you're going to be called up. You know, they tell you 30 minutes, but it could be another 4 hours. You don't know, or it could be 28 minutes. Like you just have no idea. So like in terms of your preparation and for things that require like a significant amount of preparation, like playing drunk, playing dumb, playing on drugs, all of that requires like a level of like getting into your body that's very difficult to do. So no, I don't begrudge these like fucking co-stars that are paid scale today who were just like, nobody cares about what
Even,
their preparation is.
Future diplomat Cal Penn. Decide how.
Kel Penn a diplomat?
I think he was like the Obama administration. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Willow is feeling really strange about Ashley Veruca, and she meets Oz in the hallway, and Oz is kind of like, hey, that band asked me to step in for them tonight to not play guitar with them, just as the other guitar player isn't playing
because
guitar.
the first song we see, all you hear is keyboards. Now again, this is my hearing, but I'm pretty sure there's no guitar in that song, and the guitar player is noodling away, but we don't hear anything. And so, like, you know what we need? A second guy playing guitar in this
and
band.
actually,
So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
and also I actually don't know because by the time you said it, the song was over, so like I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, Willow was like, "No thanks, I feel awkward.
I'd rather study.
Bye." It's real weird.
And as you pointed out,
what did I point
she
out?
probably is sniffing out the warning signs because she lived them with Xander. The evasiveness, the lingering glances, because Oz is at this point, Oz hasn't done anything. He's not even cheating in his mind.
I don't know that Oz even knows. Yeah,
I think Oz is responding. Like, spoiler alert: we know who Veruca winds up being, and,
Ashley,
and he's probably responding to something like pheromonal, something very primitive. This is the first time he's ever been around another werewolf in heat.
yeah,
So I don't think he's true blame for anything he might be feeling right now.
yeah.
But I think Willow does go, hey, I know what cheating looks like. And smells
and
like
the
and feels like.
forbiddenness of it, the not wanting to do. Yeah. So, all right, real quick, back at the pub, Buffy's getting dumber. So are all the dudes. And Xander is like, I'm
Annoyed by how stupid they are.
I'm annoyed at how stupid you are, and also I'm cutting you off. Like you're.
Well, he goes to play some music, so he doesn't
yeah.
have to listen to them. And then Buffy freaks out that there's someone's inside the jukebox singing to her.
Yeah, and so Xander
The
is
mechanics
like,
of what the cave people understand and what they don't understand, and how stupid they actually are. It's
the
very
science
murky.
isn't sciencing. This isn't.
It's flowers for Algernon here.
Yeah. Back with Willow, she goes to another cute little cafe called the Grotto, where she's going to go study. This isn't a pub. This is like a quiet coffee house kind of cafe type of situation. And whoever does she encounter but one Mr. Parker Abrams. And she really pulls a Ketron here, where she's like, answer for yourself. I did this to a friend's ex-boyfriend at a bar one time. We were standing at the bar together, and he didn't know that I was there right away. And I just like stared at him. She confronts him, and Parker has practiced this whole explanation. Can't two people just come together and then blah blah blah? Fucking, I just wrote, Dave Matthews wrote this song already, buddy, and he nailed it. And he asked for consent. The whole fucking song is asking for consent of, can we do this? Can we bone down in Bone Town and then stay friends and say goodbye? And the end of that story is she said, sure, because you're Dave Matthews.
Well, I think it's interesting because I feel like definitely since this time to now, I think the bar has inched in a good way beyond just sort of like, any consent is good. Like begrudging, sort of
In this time.
you wear someone down, but they finally relent is, hey, at least I can check the box. I think the standard is now enthusiastic consent.
Yes.
If someone's not like crazy to get into this with you, then you're best just walking away.
Yeah.
And he knows that if he posits, hey, this is some, we're just leaves on the breeze and we're going to tangle up for a little bit and then go our separate ways. If he puts that in the pitch, his percentage is going to go way down.
I want to know if the Dave Matthews song came out by the time that Parker was pulling these games. Because
You literally have the internet right here. You have a computer.
Oh. April 30th, 1996. Parker had 3 years
studying
to
that Dave Matthews song. What was the song? What's the name of the song?
Say Goodbye.
Say Goodbye.
It's one of my favorite Dave Matthews songs. Yeah, so he's been fucking studying this since fucking senior year of high school. What a dork. What a loser.
At this point in the show, because we know Willow's feeling uneasy in her relationship with Oz, she seems at this point to be buying into it.
Yeah, which is concerning.
It seems to be. She walked in with a very specific idea of who Parker was and what he had done and answer for your crimes.
Yeah.
And she seems to be like, I've never considered it that way. You're making some good points. And he's got his little Prince Eric, vibes. And
it's not looking good. So we go back to Xander's pub, the black hair, and the 4 dudes are it's really baboon cosplay at this point, where they're just kind of like
hunching on the
chairs, forgot how to use
Xander's
chairs.
trying to settle the tab and figure out a tip, and
and he just ends up doing exactly what he should have done, was just take all their money.
All of it. Yeah.
But there was one of them that was in the bathroom. We hear a loud crash, and then full Neanderthal bathroom guy jumps out.
Geico mascot caveman comes out.
Yeah, and he knocks Xander out, and then the other 3 turn into like full beer baboons completely. And Xander, he has his little lighter, and he's like, "Shit, cavemen in my bar." So
he chases
he
them out.
Chases them out with his.
It was good. It was good because we have the Chekhov's lighter. He introduces a lighter earlier in the episode and then uses it to his advantage.
So he goes.
So this wasn't a complete like wreck of an episode. It was kind of a weak premise. There's some things about it that don't make sense. The acting's pretty bad, but in terms of like how well it was produced, it's visually interesting. Yeah, it's just you hate when we're on such a good run and then the show just drops a turd right on your chest.
So Xander goes into the back and he's like, "Jack, we got fucking cave people outside." And Jack is like, "Yeah, I know. I'm the one caving them. I'm putting fucking Neanderthal potions in the beer
because my
brother-in-law's a warlock." Yeah. And he's like, "I'm tired of them acting like they're fucking smarter than me. Now they're all dumb."
And it's going to wear off in a day, so I don't really know what the point of any of this is.
Yeah.
Because then they're just going to come back and be the same dicks they were, and then you're going to have to roofie them again with caveman juice, and then the cycle will just go on for like what's your
end game, guy?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What's your end game? So the baboons are running around campus,
and they're too stupid to even know what's happening to them. They can't appreciate the humiliation.
Yeah, the baboons, running around campus, blah, blah, blah. One of them's hit by a car. The guy gets out. They chase him. They then grab 2 chicks to drag him to their cave or whatever.
Yeah, so I got to say, at this point, I'm like, we've seen plenty of ape acting, and we get that they fully look like cave people. We don't need this what felt like a 7-minute scene of them running around campus acting like cave people. Like, we get it. This felt like they ran out, like they got to the final edit. Like, this episode's only 33 minutes long. We got to stretch.
Yeah.
We got to add stuff to this. It was sort of like, I remember reading that the Bohemian Rhapsody scene in Wayne's World. This is like, I think the original cut of that movie came in at like 75 minutes. They're like, this movie's not long enough to be a movie.
And that's the most iconic
So
scene.
then they added, here's a 7-minute song. We'll just have them sing this entire song to pad the length of this movie. And it worked.
Brilliant.
This is no Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, it is not. Xander goes to get Giles to be like, we got to find Buffy. She's a Neanderthal. Giles chides him for serving her evil beer. And Xander says, I didn't know it was evil. And Giles says, well, you knew it was beer. Giles.
Yeah, because Xander calls him out. He was like, you spent the 60s running around in a acid-induced, bisexual bacchanal with Satan.
Yeah, come on.
Why are you judging? And Giles corrects him and says, well, it was the 70s.
But everything else was correct. So they go into to Buffy's room, and she's...
You think he and Ethan Rain were slapping cheeks.
Oh, sure, why not?
Back in the day. I imagine they did.
Of course. Giles comes in and Buffy is drawing cave pictures with poop all over the wall.
You thought it was poop.
I did. I think it's lipstick. And so they're like, oh no, she's full cave person.
And she's not going to get her deposit back for her dorm.
So Willow is still talking to Parker and
they've moved to locations, which is, I know, is part of his like order of operations. It's like if you can get them to go from one spot to another spot with you, that does all kinds of things psychologically, and it creates intimacy. It creates an idea of we.
Yeah. He has my least favorite line here. He's just so like transparently manipulative. He's showing her a new perspective and blah, blah, blah. And he like even sort of touches her and says he enjoys talking with her.
Well, he says, I haven't met the person I can just like be with.
Is it you?
But now you're so easy to talk to.
Ugh. And
for a hot second, it's like she's falling for it. And you go like, and she's feeling insecure in her relationship. And then all this guy's stupid shit's going to work. And then.
Just how gullible do you think I am?
What?
And then she ruins it by calling him id boy. We're back to the boys.
We're back
and the
to
girls.
boys and girls.
I hate it. And then the baboons break in to the grotto and they just start going just
going ape.
Yeah. So back at Buffy's room, Buffy's just spinning around in a chair, which I imagine is very fun if you're very stupid. And
at some point she's like looking at the turned off television and smacking the screen and says she wants the people back.
Yeah. And this bothered me because I don't like that the show didn't have the courage to turn her ugly.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. So she doesn't get furrowed brow and weird teeth and a whole like cave person makeover. She looks
Cowards.
like Tawny Katane, and she looks crazy hot, and it's like so stupid.
Yeah,
and because the way she's standing,
it's so dumb.
Like, kind of leering
it's so
at the
dumb.
Camera.
Yeah,
she does some okay physical stuff, but anything she has to do vocally is. It felt like she was embarrassed to be doing.
Counterpoint: she doesn't do some okay physical stuff or some okay verbal stuff or acting stuff. And I love SMG. This just isn't her bag. So
well, we talked about in the watch along, part of the luxury of getting to play the same character week to week on a long running series is that all of your character work has been done. So you can just show up and be in the moment and react to things because you already are inside the character's head. You know what they think, what they feel, what they want, what they would do. Now you're basically playing a new character.
Yeah.
Without any time to kind of work it out. I can't imagine she thought this was a good episode.
I'm sure she did.
Fun thing she wanted.
Sure she did.
Spend a week doing.
Cafe with the baboons. Willow is knocked out, and now the place is on fire, and everybody is trapped.
So, yeah, they chase these girls down who, as soon as they see the cave guys, they ditch their books. Which I was like, you can't run with books.
You can't run with books.
I would keep the books as a weapon or a way to fend them off.
I get it. Continue.
But so I don't appreciate that the idea, because Willow's even said, oh, with men, it's all just about what woman you could drag back to your cave and have sex with. So now we've got these two like unsuspecting co-eds who I can't imagine the cave guys are going to do anything like empowering with these women.
Right.
So there's this threat of assault that's kind of played for giggles. And it's just like
kind of gross.
Like,
yeah.
Let's just. Is this a very special episode, or is this like a zany comedy?
Right.
And the show
and it's
isn't
definitely
sure
giving
which
zany
one it is.
comedy for sure. Xander is looking for Buffy because she has run off. Like basically, Giles was like, "You need to keep her in this room." Beer Buffy was like, "Beer all day. I got my beer goggles on. All I want is beer, beer, beer." And so she runs, and they're trying to find her.
She gives Giles a little shove and puts him in the corner. Nobody puts Giles in the corner. Giles is like, I'm fine. Just go get her. And
yeah. So now Buffy finds herself in the on fire grotto, and she sees a fire extinguisher. And as I was watching this, I was like, this will be the most fucking unrealistic thing I've ever seen. If fucking dumbo Buffy knows how to work a fucking fire extinguisher, and even what a fire extinguisher is. Luckily, they played this for laughs, and she instead throws the entire thing into the fire. I was here for it. I liked it. I thought it was kind of funny.
It just introduced me like clearly we have some sense of what the real world is and what words mean.
Slayer.
but
I feel like her Slayer
it
is
was
like
like she's got like an instinct happening.
Yeah, it's trying to get through the brambles.
Yeah, it was
So she then sees Willow, who's knocked out on the ground. Xander comes in, but he can't get through the fire. Buffy is then, in there, and she sees kind of like she's still got a bit of Slayer in her. So she like kind of clocks some stuff. She sees the window up there. She sees some pipes. So she jumps
does
up
like
and
a
does
little
like
gymnastics routine. And
yeah, it was cool. A little flippy move. And the people that are trapped inside start climbing out.
Yeah, the cave people push a bookcase over and scamper right up it like a bunch of spider monkeys.
Yeah. Parker's still in there. And he's like, save me. And Buffy's like, shut the fuck up. I don't know why I hate you, but I hate you. She hits him over the head. But then she saves him. She's like, all right, come on, you.
Yeah,
fuck.
it would have been funny. She whacks him in the head and we
And it
cut
was
to just a body bag zipping up.
Yeah. She saved everybody. Hooray, hooroo, hurrah. The fire department's there. Buffy is still Neanderthal Buffy.
That's right.
I learned that's how you say it. Still all beard up. But I thought it was funny that Xander just like put the other Neanderthals like into like a van and like kind of like shut them in there. And Giles is like, whose van is that? He's like, I don't know. And Parker, much like we saw in the beginning
In her
of the
fantasy.
episode in the fantasy, Parker comes up and he's like, you saved me. You were great tonight.
Yeah.
You were great tonight.
Like she appeared in a
What a-
community theater production of Into the Woods.
What a weird thing to say. Can you imagine saying to an EMT, you were great, tonight. That's so weird. But Buffy's still all beard up. So she takes her stick and she's like, doink. And I think they made that sound.
I think you're right.
And the other ones, the other Scoobies are just like, all right, well, time for bed. Bye.
And so we get no comeuppance for Jack, the pub owner.
Nah.
We don't get and I would have gotten
It was
away with it
just
if it wasn't for your darn
shenanigans.
kids.
It was
So
just
is he
shenanigans.
just roofing everybody with the caveman juice? Like,
Don't be a dick to the bartender and he won't need to.
but
turn you into a
I don't
dumb
think he was
person.
only serving it to the bad people. He literally, that was in the keg that was going to everybody.
I like to think that
Also,
he's
why
got
was-
a bad keg and a good keg.
Why were only these 5 people affected by this if it's the whole keg?
Yeah, I think it was good
This
keg, bad
episode
keg.
was-
All right, superlatives.
UC Sunnydale Yearbook Committee meeting now in session. I spilled beer all over my notes here, so we're gonna press on. Here we go. Who'd you have for best dressed?
Best dressed. I love Xander's bartender shirts. They were well fitting, and I like that they were short sleeves, so we didn't have floppy hands all over the place. He's looking great.
Yeah, although we did notice at the last scene he's wearing like cargo scrub
Well,
pants. Like the pants were not
But
happening
I'm judging him
Waist
from
up?
behind. I'm judging him from behind the
behind
bar.
the bar.
Yeah.
I give it to Cave Buffy. I thought her little tank top,
okay.
cargo pants, and the
And
crimped
the
hair
hair.
into it. And
Yeah.
what'd you have for worst dressed?
Veruca. I don't even remember what she was wearing, but I hate her. It's
I
always
had
going to be
her-
Veruca in every episode she's in.
I had her high water print pants.
Yeah, she sucks.
What was your best line?
Best line. This is another one of Giles just being like Anthony Stewart Head just being like a really good actor. The exchange of him saying,
Well, I cut her off before the others, so I don't think she had as much to drink.
I can't believe you served Buffy that beer.
I didn't know it was evil.
You knew it was beer.
he's just so good at like delivering human words.
Mm-hmm.
He's just great.
Yeah, I agree. I gave it to Willow when she mistakes that Buffy banged 4 dudes, and she just goes,
Yeah.
Oh.
what was your worst line?
I don't mean this in a bragging way, but I do get to know a lot of women.
I hate
I
you.
think I forgot that was in there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He says it to Willow.
I said any of the cave speak.
Buffy want beer.
No, you can't have beer.
Want beer.
Yeah.
What was your best move?
The window flippy thing.
Okay.
I love that.
I give it to Willow playing rope-a-dope with Parker and then springing it on him. Ha! You think I'm gullible? Fuck
That
you.
was good. That was good.
And lastly, who'd you have for most likely?
Most likely to have his daddy get him a job at Goldman Sachs right after graduation. That first fucking beer dude.
I said most likely to suffer memory loss from head trauma. Forget the lessons he learned to go back to being a man whore. Parker.
Fuck that guy.
All right, that's all we got. We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Until then, dust
Dust
you
you later.
later.